好，今天再带大家来看一支影片哈，这是 Trader King 哈，他是一位英国的交易员，然后去年哈，应该说今年他有一个很恐怖的记录，就是他从这个 APEX 里面哈出了大概快200万美金哦，6000多万台币的一个成绩哈。对，那我们今天就来看看他自己对交易的一些反省啊。我觉得这支影片其实真的讲的还蛮好的，很多东西也是讲到心坎里去哈。那这是他的 YouTube 频道，其实没有太多订阅啦，然后他自己影片也放的不多，但是他特别把这一支影片给留下来。那其实我看完，就像我刚刚说，是真的还蛮有感觉，那所以就把这一支给翻成了这个中文字幕，大家有兴趣的话就自己看看咯。
I just thought I'd come on here, right? A little bit of a rant. I know that my last video was the complete opposite, and it was me laid up in my bed, hoodie on, after just chilling and making 150 grand. But I'm in a bit of two minds, right, about that video. Shared it with the private Discord and some close friends and stuff, but I'm in two minds about that video for two of two reasons really. But the main reason is that bragging about money is a bit douchebaggy, right? And I think that it's really hard to find the balance of showing off the reward in the markets and bragging about it and coming across a bit like a douchebag. I think the reality is that it's okay, because everybody that's actually in the market is there to make money. No one's doing it for the love of the game, because if you weren't making money, you wouldn't love the game. I can tell you that for free. But yeah, like, I also think that the video it almost makes it look too easy, right? Because I'm literally laying in bed. Like, I was watching the latest episode of, is it House of Dragon? Yeah, House of Dragon. And yeah, it makes it look too easy. And what I don't want to do is I don't want to come across like the guy that is making it look super easy, because it's not fucking easy, right? The markets are extremely hard. We had the worst day in 2 years in the equities market yesterday. The Nasdaq finished over 3% down. We have not had a minus 2% day since 2022. Like, and then today I made 150 grand. Yesterday I lost 20 grand. Like, everyone that watched my live stream inside the lab saw I lost 20 grand. Like, I might have actually lost a little bit more than that. But yeah, like, I don't want people to sit there and think, oh, it's fucking piece of piss, like, whatever, like, yeah, because it ain't. Like, you didn't see me working a 9 till 5, which actually was a 7 till 7 for 10 years, because you just didn't see that, right? Like, you didn't see me working that job, and coming home from my 12-hour fucking work day to then working on myself and trying to get out of the rat race. You didn't see all that shit, right? Like, you didn't. And I think that can sometimes get quite lost, and some people can just see that the immediate result, right? Like, and come into the game thinking, yeah, I want to earn 100 grand a year, not even a day. But the reality is 8 years ago, I would have wanted to earn 100 grand a year from trading. I'd have been like, yeah, that's amazing. And then along the way, I lost a bunch of money, I made a bunch of money, I hit 100 grand a year, like, got rugged from a central exchange on crypto, like, and now I'm having 100k days. Like, I'm not saying that it's like today was definitely one of the best trading days I've ever had, right? But like 20, 30, 40, 50k days are quite normal for me now. And I say normal, like, in the terms of they're quite a regular thing, right? Because the capital that I trade with allows me to make that sort of money without risking a huge amount of money. But I guess my point here is that I don't want people to sit there and just assume that you don't need a 9 till 5 or 9 till 5s are bad, because it's not true. Like, literally is not true. A 9 till 5, I worked a 9 till 5 for 10 years. And like I said, my 9 till 5 was not your average 9 till 5, because I worked 2 hours away from my house. And I think that it can quite easily get lost in, oh, you should never work a 9 to 5, you shouldn't do this. Like, you need a job. Like, when you're starting out doing this shit, you need a job, right? Unless you're young enough to the point that you have no overheads or anything like that, you need a job. But you also need to be able to turn up after a fucking long day and apply yourself in the correct way to learn. And then you need to juggle the job that you've then got and learn to trade whilst you've got a job in the select few hours that you can away from your job, right? That's another thing, right? And I guess my point here entirely is that it's not fucking easy. And I don't want my video from earlier to come across like it's easy, because it really is not easy. It's hard. It's fucking hard. And the simple way to quantify that is that if it wasn't hard, everybody would do it, right? That's the reality. If it was not hard, the entire world would trade the financial markets, but they can't because it's hard. It's not easy. Life's hard. Having a 9 to 5 and working your way up the career ladder is hard. Learning to trade over a number of years and trading in the market and having control over your emotions is hard, right? Pick your hard. I know that sounds a bit corny, but pick your hard, because I don't want to live an average life. Hands up, I do not want to live an average life, and I'm okay with that, and I will work my fucking bollocks off to not live an average life. But there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5 and having an average happy life, right? I know several millionaires that are deeply unhappy, right? Money doesn't bring you happiness as much as a lot of people would think. There's a baseline, I get that, we've had that conversation 100 times. But money doesn't make you happy, and you need to just figure out how you're gonna do it and make it as easy as possible for you, because life's not easy. But the one thing that's definitely not easy is trading, because it's emotional, it's hard, you're fighting with your intuition, you're fighting with, you're going up against yourself every day. It's you versus you versus the markets. And when you do win the battle, like I said, when you do win the battle of you versus the markets, it's you versus you, right? And I guess my whole point of this entire video is that I don't want to be cocky. I feel like I'm quite a humble person in general, especially when it comes to money and trading and all of those things. And what I definitely don't want is, I don't want to come across as the arrogant guy that's laying in his bed making 100 grand a day, because the reality is that's an anomaly, right? I was in my bed today, I made $150,000 or $147,950. But that's an anomaly. Like, that's not an everyday occurrence. An everyday occurrence for me is getting up at 6:30, 7 o'clock, going for a walk, exercise, like trying to get out, exercise, move, come back, having some breakfast, sitting down at the market, working at it, doing whatever. Over the years, that structure has obviously got quite fluid. But as a general rule, that is the life I've lived for the last 5 years, And in those 5 years, like I said, I used to go to work at 9:30 in the morning. After COVID, it was to my computer, so it wasn't so bad. But yeah, I just don't want to come across as that cocky, arrogant guy, because I'm not that guy, and I'm in my head about it a little bit. That video is arrogant, it's cocky. I did it for a laugh. I found it funny, and yeah, like, I just want people to really apply themselves and really learn. Because the market's not easy, especially after yesterday. And yeah, I just want everyone to stay grounded, Like, I don't want it to become this thing of we're making funny, laughing videos, because one thing I do not want to do is become that fucking furu that just simply pushes out content to push people towards the group. I'm not interested in that. Genuinely not interested in that. I will make money trading for the rest of my life. That's it. Like, I'm not interested in growing the group to 100,000 users and retiring and buying a Lamborghini and all that stuff. I'm not. I want people to stay humble. I want people to remember that the markets are tough. They're not easy. And yeah, that's it really. That's it from me.